This running is Chief problem now is a Kojo or wrong party. And I could use my own who are wrong party, my minimum. It's a very good feeling in the studio this morning. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Emmanuel Kwabena Eduse Elias Puzo or Puzo Wall. Enjoy your birthday from your brother Oppong and the entire Eduse family out there in Abilinkwe. And to you, Mother and Nana G, have a good one. Your song is here, the Chucho Mucho crew. I know you're out there. Nana Yao of the Office of the Vice President, have a great day. Enterprise Life says to remind you that tomorrow is not promised, but a claim paid in time saves lives. So if you have anything insurance to do, speak to Enterprise Life. Claims will be paid in time. It will ensure your child's education is not put on hold. A life cover paid in time will guarantee your family continues to live at an advantage, even in your absence. A funeral expense paid in time will not only reduce the burden on your family, but it will guarantee a discount on services from Transitions, the funeral people. Trust Enterprise Life with your life insurance needs and be rest assured of an advantage when it's pay time. Call Enterprise on Enterprise Life on 030-708-4444. That is 030-708-4444. Enterprise, your advantage. MTN is blowing your mind with a cool smartphone that has WhatsApp, Facebook, YouTube, Google Maps, and the front camera as well. Smartphone for 150 CDs. So smartphone, smart price. Check out any MTN shop or other retail outlets, and you're onto a good thing. You get 500 megabytes free data every month for 6 months only on MTN with this new one. We day for you everywhere you go. Once again, happy birthday to you, Nana Sole of Starter Pack. Thank you very much for providing breakfast for us this morning. Apparently, I called Theodora too. Gideon D1 says, give my regards to Kojo Nkrumah, ASP Pope John Secondary School. And happy birthday to Abdul Ganiyu Asmaila from the ANSEC 2003 group. Wishing you well. Also, happy birthday, Richard Kofi Odami, aka Ko Richie of 3D Solutions from Kwame Zobo of the Ghana Armed Forces in Burma Camp Accra.
FM 104.3.
Kojo,
Chairman.
Mache.
Jeja.
Oppong.
Oh, nyame adom yetin kwam.
Na chief esi Kojo ayo dane pe. Chief.
Kojo. Mumunachi.
Mache mi ndo your brother.
And I didn't go on no be some the chuchu mucho no bro for work.
Na mpocho wakande.
I'm always out. Chuchu mucho some the nyims in Amina Kojo. That would too much.
But Kojo bako there.
Nyame adom Chairman.
On first say before.
Oh, nyame adom yetin kwam.
Ekoye.
Kakra. And say ade ba ko da akoma so pa ye kwan no. Nyame adom so Sino Hydro projects no fiti oda foase kosi abrem. Ye di eshim. Ti ye hwe nim.
Da be ne be fiase.
Ye hwe nim sa anye kra bia be within the next month no so no ye be kate so na yeso yetumi afie di ase.
Oda ayiribi. Ekusi.
Oda
Ofuase
ekosi abrem.
Ohobede.
Aye.
Pamche ya no maka yenso yankwa Lekma Hospital. Yes, your interest. Yes, but as a meme MP no bon buga.
Oh, David.
Ampo. Me MP no bon buga.
David.
Me modern mo bon buga.
David.
Truth be told, and
me
ko fie no. Me father mkwano.
No.
Na kwame.
Like my kwano onyo.
In fact, na me mpa ba me bo anyi de.
Like my kwano onye.
Me ko park kana no pa mutu amame tefefe. Because kwame insusu ategu kwano do na kwano tutu. Debi aya metre work an wasem. Doctor bibi obia board chairman odo he no yenduru na hospital juma na road kwano ose. But then still I hu anamuntu Kojo.
What was a Nigerian contractor?
But I'm a Nigerian.
FM.
Was a Nigerian contractor on our so yin win.
Nigeria you know oija hogo Nkrumah.
No yin hun yentenanka.
Na ba kwa mi see them in some today no.
Wo bo me MP ni buga.
So other man Nigeria. So other man one no.
One bon buga. Ekwan ya za de bia.
Kojo me MP ni bon buga.
David. Chairman,
mo bon buga.
Ekwan ya de bia okodi akire.
But mo bon buga because up to now Sino Hydro ya science financial Nigeria ni ya see dia mani ye hunu
we first phase of Sino
and mo fa mo Sino na mo fa ma local contractor mama mo local contractors be breeding mo betimi dia ma Midwest mo betimi dia ma
wanga cho procurement process
mo betimi dia ma ba ku be a friend Josh president
Chairman
mo betimi dia ma hwan pobium
Chairman say said the big thing they say yeah
mo betimi dia ma
contract
big edu
through procurement process na fi you make sure say contractor no be fear juma na sententem
emergency road enti anu you betimi aye so source
there be Ghana kwan na emergency road
pacho major hospital
Ghana kwan
enti oho you betimi aye so source
last week you can was me na emergency road
mo betimi aye so source
but intentem say ya hwe ma contract
baby you say president inti ho baby entia president be ho ankamwa
oh jai contractor na be di na chi
baby I'm a penny to your baby and come away.
Contractor ni bidi na chima de 200
da. What is in
the works.
Oh, it's in the pipeline where they are not.
It's in the Killers war area.
Oh, wager. The general Sprintex Road area. Anyway, Mamini Kojo to train Komokaka and pay. But before that, the Ministry of Communications would like to announce for the information of the general public that the annual Girls in ICT program, which is an initiative of the International Telecommunications Union aimed at encouraging and introducing girls to the use of ICT, is slated for Sunday, the 26th of May. That's the mentorship day at the Takoradi Technical Institute or Takoradi Technical University at 9 a.m. The climax of the activities will be the Grand Deba on Monday, the 27th of May at the Takoradi Technical University at 9 a.m. Kojo,
Chairman,
I didn't RTI.
Tell me that I no pay my mincha with telephone na.
Yes, Andrew.
I can't want some charity I maybe a friend right to information say act bill biom. Okay, Ghana Mrakuni Constitution Article 21(1)(f). Emma Obia or Omemo has say Akwanya say Akwanya by Faso Yeni Numa Bibri. To say Nkoma Yedi about Lake Makwain, Edima contractor and Paso in Nigeria and I say a Ghanaian contractor. Sad details of some information in Obia or Memo has say Akwanya say Utumi requested for some information no na yedi mano. Nemo Mekwanya ebe Faso na ya request for some information no it did na hin ya diama ebe use car na ya news car then ya dima wo yi then ya dima wo nye yi no na ya share humra until 1999 Mampeni Jerry Rawlings apenso and ya draft a right to information bill sabre no se ka ye hwe na yakwa share na some run 7 years after 92 constitution no ebe mo na 6 years from 7 January 1993 but and we pay 2003 or more year who changes kakra 2005 2007 but 2010 during the term of the 5th parliament they call parliament first I meant to me I'm passing a parliament no nimre so ye they call 6th parliament abrana Mampeni John Mahama Ghana Mampeni say omobe pass meant to me anhwe anye nti yeba campaign 2016 na ene Mampeni na Danka Kufuado e share boss oba be make sure say be pass na wa sign ne dia ye adwuma Mampeni ampa oba ye be mfi mienu ni but bill na kase we just about 11 months and another bill no parliament 7th parliament etumi pass bill no na ebedu ni officer so no ade chin so less than 24 hours ono so asan asem asese ababe emra tene ye ka amaya a right to information act adwuma wo ma kire kwan a se wo hia information bi pa wo manimu a be ma dodo adwenkyira memmo ya ka na democracy akwa ni Ghana ye ka ho bi de aka wo anim ne say afi between now and January 2020 no ye be nhihye na afi ye de mmara no aye adwuma boama sentrofo adwuma wono ma kira de academia civil society groups any ordinary citizens kwa no ye nsaka information na ye nyina ya contribute ye quota to o man na ye pese economy no
Kojo bi baby say my emra 1999 has been 20 years na fiti President Rawlings address ba 05 yes sem kakra 07 yes sem kakra 2010 if you start piaso ye piaso pun 9 years and ye dey bibibibi be adui o Mampeni de ne sa hase nta emra ade ne antwa next year
well emra no kan emra nankasa wo baby a friend transition provision transition provision no my kwan say yemfa sa abre ya for the time of Mampeni de nsa hase ekopem 31st December no yemfa nwie emra no ho nhihye ya ebeye na from 1st January no say osuma ebi Isaac anankwala ebi say onko ministry bi nkopem information a anasa by public institution bi mra say public institution a okwa obenya for example kan mra na o say e was say public institution bi a ye wo de friend information unit e wo ho o say we information officer wom ye train no ye mano akadia sebia abaye ye nnwuma na ne nkrata aba obetumi e dia archive ana se scanning kakra emfa soft copy into emfa hard copy into ase obizo wo records department ne so se wo ba se wo hwe information na fi ono so onim se information we sa kan ye we exempt we say kwan e fa so ye ma ne boni e bi wo a say translating good language bi mu e wo say translate ma do as e mfengu pen drive so ana bibi ti sa nhihye ni na in fact wo say san so e bi RTI commissioners are ebe power maybe office bewo adwuma mbe na say even who public office be copy information na ibua say yem fem ma because of exemption na bibi ntina say wonti ase a utumi sa commission no ma omuso ehwe dia public institution no kan say adwuma we nyina wo say ehwe ne ye between now and 31st December you over 500 distinct financial government offices, about 500 different public institutions, probably so called. I was said, Hunina, yes, Ejuma, we train Kofo, Hunina, and Sana also. So, many of these places are Unsaka information, 50 district assemblies. But saying Kokusi, financial, the Office of Government Machinery. Ntisabri, Sejuma, we in a Babenuntina was say, Yini area and Sana 1st January, and also to me access it. And Mrani, the fear say Yejuma. But part now we be access information no, and no be kick in from the 1st of January.
Now say be about access information and no near Juma nankasa.
Enti no na yen hwe aye eho nhyehyeye back end no. Say back end no, setting up the information units, putting people in, training them, ensuring so omotemra na sipo logistics na de ni na part of the law. Nti ni na if you say implementation ni na fi aka also wo dia be kwakoje from 1st January.
Obi be say nti ni ya ni nyina ansa na omanpanyi di ne sa hye.
Because there was no basis sabren na yinimra bia hye say yenye sa ne manema no. And we've seen examples of Akordinam Parliament na last minute amfa on about 2 different occasions. The mere fact that Parliament in the end Nkrumah no emra no yebehye nti also train my shemra no man penini nsa hyase na afie be law. In fact and then answer or sign we ya no de man say let the implementation begin. Nti sa moment no na afie start but there be in a first stakeholders workshop with Media Coalition on RTI, coalition of NGOs on RTI, any other stakeholders on the implementation roadmap ejuma ebe from now akokopim 31st December nti eno and also ye answer to me if you see the ayejuma
yedi tu ya hono say nchechemu ebia na ma ebebre de na ebetimi akobisa de na yentimi enkobisa esane se ebi mu ayam se esane se yesese no na apese obisa ban bia na hwehwemu bia apese oye bia no utimi koye no de na yentimi misa
yewo nti the general rule is a bibia utimi bisa de bibia utimi bisa but information officer be determine their own saka eyi and their own saka enye their own saka enye no yewo a section ewo mrani mu a ye friend no exempt information State Secrets Act cover to say cabinet information cabinet discuss information as part of decision making processes you a certain decision there doing hone ade no ni na information exempt into apart from security related information State Secrets Act information cover cabinet ho niema apart from niema na state as exemption there any other piece of information no or request here was say information officer na or what's our public institution or mount saka say bibini na okubuasa or no so say emrano for example information I be publish within the next time say 60 days or 90 days say or request here because it's about to be published within the next 60 days or 90 days but apart from an only we entitled to any piece of information or
personal information
what you say
personal information
information that is within the ambit of the public institution. It is a personal information it is warranted to be in the ambit of the public institution as part of Omejuma. It's easy to be seen as personal information. It is now viewed as public information, but of course yet to say ubi medical records and now say ubi private issues. It deals with public institutions and information in the ambit of the public institutions.
Until from 1st January when you bit me I started accessing all those information.
And only a juma say between now and 31st December no boss de abaisi say na so that by 1st January no Usman Kolani bi ba bit me information kwa we hwe the amount.
Enti RTI sane eteni fan 2 year ho say ebeboa empuntu ni ke bi mem ke bi amamo.
A major milestone, major contribution say ebeboa ye ke bi mem ke bi na say ye dodo adwen kire amembo no because say obi owo oman ni mu be participate in your democracy now enye mete say but ohia information power betumi agina so na waka say asemi tse ne anope yedu hunkomo say no kuro say nye no kuro say ampa de ama we ya na mfa ama we ya e wo say nipa kro ne saka sa credible authentic information no na yetumi agina so e de nkomo yetumi agina so e de take decisions but memfa bibi enye mfato asem ba kwa de bia metade nkomo na nsen ni say oman mu nkomo ayedi nyina ade de ne skasem say their friend domestic resource mobilization abansi kasem mo peja na ban wo sika mo you bet to me a lot more than we are doing and our time I dey and you betwa so I feel we say we abansi Kenya na OGG through tax and non-tax revenue about $10 billion. What the bad cedis about 50 something billion cedis. Now by about 14 billion account. Obe you know just about 70 billion they're about to spend. 70 billion no nipa dodo e wo mem ha say PB aka ho akwan ne nkeka ho ne ade. Say to me increase your revenue na Emma no court say be the fan say $15 billion per. You bet me a lot more than we are doing. But for example, omemu has say open revenue data. I just all wa ben mupo answer na usaka revenue data. Baby bro how be con revenue data and the details no. You to me publish amount say fines. Police need to be ukrum krampo na say fine no. Say be our crossing red light. Nya fini e court. You finding on the spot fine 100 Ghana cedis ukra machine we log into system echo. They can even tell fines contribution. But yeah, because you publish revenue report no. Baby your revenue leakages will be brain no krano. And ya dia utai hu. Pastor will be to say ITI. Now the fancy yin na your politics mo cry bon. Yin na ya bon MPP ni and this vote na bon. Bonds will be till gone. Or requested for revenue report. And he's entitled to it because of ITI nan in Saka. Nan kwala crampo ye studies woma. I want to have some big can start a populating ideas. All the way benchmarking Nigeria and the benchmarking Yugoslavia. Aha ya to see recommendations near there. Inti ebe buama ye kebi mami kebi a member and I said do adjun chere member no. Ideas if various sites basene aye hold ye ho accountable central for adwumane ade no. Ni na mo pagya. Say any home pon baby a be dunia ebe ka ho a yesusu se be boaye ma yakọ anim sensei.
Kojo, one thing and nipa bebre enim na me sure so so kwa ba em we ho. And now before I be kokra na unim bro be a friend red tape. You name say a civil service, a public service. O per se be throw letter amount, you be sign crata amount and ochina next week manager ni director to crime assistant afaha. Sa RTI in shishia muye. Then a chese matro crata abremo send me here information on ABR fofosu solar kwano she shared to say scan to saying 6 months na mesankai.
There be a man because Emrano, in fact Emrano here the processes for accessing information are very simple. They are here say obe appear or sa public office hono who appear either say one kasa obe provide a written request say me pesa information with say na okana and I say we dey chiro no kra na eye odin a obe ka wasem na RTI officer na atro amount what kind actually say we na o request amame types of information no so obe hu say timelines down I was say utumi ma emuaye say we know also ma answer within maybe about 14 days we know also ma answer within by 7 days information now open no crampon say now open no on kan kire and on good pen drive somehow and now on translating ko kasa fufuru bi mu ne bo no cry saying ni na ya de a emra no ahihye fees and charges levy best pele normal na obi ankobo apo say went to 200 me fema and say an additional layer say emra ne say within 7 days so more information no na so one fema wa then abe to be call ITI commission say my request for information no I will say within 7 days or the mami on fair mami ITI commission ena ebetwe na so ana say be enwo adwuma ana say me call no so on fair mami because so say exempt but me hwe exemption clauses na enka ho bi the information also the mami ITI commission ne behwe ebu asem say there be masa information also the man nya the anya mami dia public information any citizen in the country is entitled to fufusu so la kwan ya okay public information manin san kasa information so we expect say senior amrani ahihye no red tape no in fact it's literally been eliminated kakra wo mukrampo very 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 minimal I'll be to access information as quickly as possible
and go for the frivolous request beba obi wo ho bia asem ode ba no sebe o ha Nkrumah
to say obi be bisa say nti dan Ghana Music Awards no say Kojo Oppong kuma ko bia nka ne cousin Ben on ne koya na bi bisa
frivolous request and I say ya to say minister we ni fieti say and now where is say I mean say mra no wo e bi wo ho a e che say sebe e bi bana say ye mogu amobebo aguntem.
Indeed, exemption clauses now. Officer now will make a determination no or the basic power, the first line power say or her request now or to me determine say a frivolous request or because we say a request I just frivolous say temperature ne parliament chambers adano na then degrees and bibisa obetumi abo eno but enumpo no say obogo on the ground say a frivolous request now also say a frivolous request that you have a right to appeal at the ITI commission and then they can make a determination.
Fantastic. We sadi nya na okasa semi nyina o de kai say omampanyin na nado danko kufuado na breso na sadi ebai MPP4 e de tumu ho say omampanyin ya ade a kebia membo na central for adwuma de obo for adwuma ya ade a odwuma akotro campaign no makofa criminal libel law be kan chief ban no super chair say antisa esane say there's an attack on press freedom. Radio stations are here to tum masheda pa na bekamabo mashe musapo munsuo and radio stations are enkama mo anase ne mo nya fine and amode mra emiomo. How do you marry these two? Say in one breath no more encourage free expression, in another breath your main opponent's patcher say masheda de mra emiomo, especially radio stations here to tum.
Welcome. Impenifo say utumra na wachirisi. So utumri na wachirisi anase wo de wano don wira nya de a bi bewo. So what person say there's an attack on press freedom. We say wo chire wunyina so pa. And so wunyina so one say a number of anase be 32 radio stations have been ruled by the court say omo spectrum and frequency authorization no I expire or men renew. They have literally relinquished it. In TM seize operations, no more reapply for new authorization. Say no nyina so they are. And ye utumire no untumi nchiresi ana ukofa mriba na yebisa say we mripa na say you untumi nchiresi bia. The reason let's say sa be 32 radio stations ya ehun akoba asemi. E was say ye ma obi ate asem no ne kofa by aseye. Ghana has a spectrum na frequency no se benye infinite if itm se be 87.9 could do 10 something ye kind of makoma
108 I think
ya there ye kind we be san ye obi a ne benya bi na a resource bi so a was a bribi o mine any ko ho esan se na wo operate wo the 104.3 na air operate
yeah
uye media adwuma no first mo kohwe asembe chro bi wo ha mo kohwe ba mo de to internet so obi ansi wo kwan bi wo ha wo pa wo de be fa TV so obi ansi wo kwan na bibi na choose say wo be radio dia na first wo yes central adwuma but second wo san so akwaje the friend no spectrum and frequency no nti wo de edi ma wo ye 104.3 eno na wo transmit wo so e wo say e boss 104.3 no e ho ban ma wo na abre bia no wo transmit on it obi de radio to 104.3 a wotumi etie kokroko programming sa bambo no National Communication Authority ono no hweso nti yesi o regulator of spectrum and of frequency ne mra ya hye wo Ghana ha se ya nyina edi susu ne se o de be ma ono afie bia obetua o license renewal mfie num bia no obe renew authorization se wanye ne sa you are relinquishing sa 104.3 na or the amount no ontumi mo ho ban biom emma indeed there have been instances only NCA for kasombe catch us there have been instances aircraft airbelande kotoka control tower pekwan na kasa akere ne se bia si abotre kakra ma 2 minutes brought down to 200 meters and bibi omne ne kasa enye ye because obi interfere with frequency no says happening be bofom na nipa wu a ensem bebre nti frequency ne spectrum ne dey ade a ye regulate enye Ghana ha wiase afa na nyina ye regulate na sa stations ya ye kan was be 32 stations say bebre no ubo some authorization na nkasa no I expire omo en renew NCA ye auditor who say authorization I expire omo en renew no NCA etu one among say obebo omoka no bia ensign en renew na de na onto aso stations ni bi fiase ne NCA edi nkita ho kwan a ombefa so etu aka na bi sere aka nti so ne ade na stations ni bi e de omasem e court Electronic Communications Tribunal de omasem court de asem ne court no na court bu a say mudi bim NCA ni hu tumi say obe fine mo Nemom the entire NCA ni to me so be fine mo ne say authorization no. Ewu ebi de ewu be 19 years ni. Nti more relinquish sa spectrum and frequency a ye de maamo no.
Nti e fine mo nye.
In other words, more ye pirate stations, more transmitted without authorization. And obi a hwe so sa mo akora so na nyina ye te o mema so the lost mass work o say mra ye adwuma o Nkrumah has yeah na do nkomo for the V8 nam ha say e bad o say mra na ye adwuma well but say ni na ye keka ho asem say all of these lost mass work nkofo sisi dan wa ha say ye nyina akrampo na ye di anim enti court na asem a waka ne say mo authorization na expire enti ye fine mo nyi rather no de wo so mo ye ne say mo seize operations omo seize operations na say yade omo spectrum any frequency dia ye adwuma omo apply na mo mfa ma for but mo fine omo dia enye ne kwan so no and the NCA is having to because the NCA follows our court ruling now they also be in contempt and no name say yankofo nhwe no they also be in contempt until omo so they are following their court no akan question ba ko so ya midi ya say yenta misa yenuano ma omo your media na nko omo say use frequency ka ho no and say na mo so ade na mo ntia in the first place because back when me so why 104.3 where you out there who dey adwuma nti omo so a entua na say omo say press freedom is under attack na nka mutu ya na ye dey back when me tua ne dey say sebi ono on say emra na nyina dey adwuma no and ono so dey aye adwuma tua ne dey but the cramp wom ne say NCA say I was say omo seize using spectrum or frequency no media adwuma dey mutumi ye na mo wi am find the other ways of publishing it and then minimum stations ni bi wo ha wo be online no more transmit online e be transmit on Facebook ni nkeka ho ne ade but that frequency ni e de ma say to your license me mfa ma na when to ya no so frequency na say yes seize operations that's what the court is saying seize operations and then reapply and me gidi say ahoden any time ye dey try a politicize issue ni say press freedom is under attack press say ye dey say ahoden any time no ye dey the seizure of operations na ye application fofora e be contem kra ama say dia nyina ye pese ati wachi ni at indeed minimum stations ni bia o man your application efiase edikum ebi crampo aba be bisa say enye say well mon kwansi no me the regulator in that nti back am so be ka say press freedom is under attack na ni nyina so any say stations be a ma frequency so mon use decide so mon tua authorizations na ankasa de court abra NCA ka say obe fine man kasa de court na say court ruling ni mo ebu abom no say no ne nyina so there it is not a sustainable argument
ebi mo ka say sa NCA fine no broni be kana ridiculous counting on court and NCA itself wasn't willing to listen na anya de my imagine so be stations were fine 60 million 35 million 6.5 million Kojo I radio Jumada.
I mean there were several stations that also engaged with the NCA. Well, there were stations that engaged with the NCA sought redress we there emu yuram kakra ye the NCA net in Kekani ade. At the time NCA started negotiations and discussions with some of the stations and even a rebate omo tete fines ni be so no. There was another group omo de ko omo na akọ fa asema brenkai phone na because now the ruling is that omumpa omo enya rebate eti fine no NCA form sika mom back omupa ye negotiations so we there emu awuram kakra yenye ne say ma NCA tete so ma ebi mu ye payment plan a start 2 years can be cramp no now court ni ruling ne say omo form sika mom back nti mi gidi say nka omo ne NCA for tena se na NCA for fi ase ye no nka ebi anka se mi nka ni na ekowie be foforo but se baby abedu no ma court na ruling NCA ndi so no so will be in contempt ti baby edu no yenni emra no so na yen reapply na de wo so omo ye no omo hwe no omo nyema.
Beyond these radio stations are semi other issues somebody up about the media and their attack EIB reported be a stream obebia or report on rural rocks in Bukari alleged bribery issue be
Edward Adeti
say no na ya suma nkrofobi mu asuma nkrofobi ma ye kotata no woni fie ni ade basa yi Edward Adeti di ni free mu a Radio XYZ ye say abrante bi ho ni dina escape from sesia on so lead demonstration bi sa na dwuna man foko tututu oni fie ko bobo ne ka ne ade ne abo Manasa Azura we ni sudin say he had to escape and now going to exile of sorts. Chesa I say o kaseti aban ne kakra bia na nkofo tata o ne ade eno so
in fact me de dia na yapa enua ametwale de krampo na ebedi kan
okay
say there've been instances where nkofo aya omadwuma as journalists na omuwia omuma feedback say asa obi aframe ya threaten me ana asa obi akomi fie obi akomi ka ho ana bibi first thing I yebeka wo hu say these sa a year of obi akame ho asem enye me de makobo no so tro ana bibi no no kwanya nyame anim ni enya de foforo ewo Nkrumah say
yememu
enya de pa but enya de foforo wa hase eno your first point. Second point is say enya state actors ena ube to me don't say achiro so say omo ASRD we say but the state can take some actions. Ebini say for example yenua manase or ye documentary we ya ye krampo ye na anya adwin say sa ne documentary ni the over the bar ye as a state actor they be say ya competition NMC say NMC nye ho adwuma but ono anso man so te say nkofobia friend or telephone so atretin no quickly the idea ni say ye ensure say ye be man police protection. In fact brief me one say ono ankasa kra no choose police people are you comfortable with
okay
omo ehwe make sure say nipa bonfo bia o tie akire enkonko ye ne boni bi enu ntem na no say o tu kwan efi o memu ase o tu kwan kakra oko yanti asemboni bi oba yanti asemboni bi abe sumi ni mi amene ni shia wo NMC in fact be 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago essential wo NMC BBI normal only for us to hear a narrative I'm say mi amene penny Professor Kakari de beto abontin say man say ko exile uti bibisa na they compare facts na enyina so kakra. That is also different from to say yenua ametwale a obi kobo ni tu nkofo suspect to say because of ejuma na omo ye bi me krampo say football one ni ade na omo ye adeti dey say ne employers EIB and they take first step of security when it was reported to them. But for example, when the state head of it, Miankasa many or no, and then the chief executive ACI to give him the necessary assurance, all fin cranko back to baby or can say Miankasa directly in regional police commander Kasaye so that he's given the necessary police protection there. In the action, I also said the state it take first step to ensure that we protect journalists who are doing their work, and we are doing it. We are also putting in place a coordinated mechanism. Journalists, you know, so be to me operate within a bebom hobby. So, mechanism, no sooner Bema who say, we so one pass say, a journalism, a jument in Ubi and Bonnet, and as will be a threatening, and I say, we a chronobin a course on a Ubi ecoborn a car glass. And no, I may a example, actually, you want casa wadam for Ubi. Later in the afternoon, say, Ubi, fine, say, Asemka, what could be Obi Rechi. Na the wolf no boss so try. Obekase because we are journalists and I say it's an attack on journalism and there be. And even the specific issue are SCR causes are there no crampono. There's a mechanism it will determine some we an attack on a journalist because of his work and now we an ordinary criminal enterprise. Random enterprise. He now a coordinated mechanism. In the point nini and yes, state actors are getting involved in some of these isolated incidents. But the state is taking action anytime these things occur and is taking action to forestall it from happening. But the last point is this, we shouldn't also close our minds to the fact to say, nipa bonfo bi so crampo able to me say just because of political expediency, sheda create some of these attacks, stage some of these attacks to make the administration of the day look as though it is attacking journalists.
It's me Buapayo.
But say
it's me Buapayo.
It's me Buapayo. Na say Nkrumah na obi koku akoko de na tade em say nkofo attack no. Okay.
Make I wage a plan so
senior journalist okoku akoko de moja ye na tade em say he has been attacked. But na no correct. And I think that was in an MPP administration
under President Kufuor.
Yes. Later, when the thing went for forensics, it became quite clear. Say, Yakuko no diagu natadi near the. I mean, can't say be easy, but I'm saying say we shouldn't close our mind to that possibility. Nkrumah so nayati conversations political actors have about creating a certain sense of insecurity and an ungovernable situation in this country. I'm saying some of those issues crample matters in court. I won't go too much into that one. So we should not close our mind to that one. The important thing is there was a state actors here to preserve your rankings and now to improve on our rankings. Can you say Ghana echo first ebedi number 1 2018 in the press freedom rankings, especially when we were allowed to say pass RTI into will bolster exercise of press freedom. It pushed us up. Yenya Swale SMEC, very terrible incident. And no many of the reports are ama yeswate back behind Namibia. In as an administration, we are committed to pushing it forward. President RTI whatever we can do to support journalists. Media capacity enhancement program and Professor Digajek Pomuni Adina ba to support the journalism fraternity. We are very committed to that. And any persons who are involved in these isolated attacks on journalists, be they staged or real, no, the state security agencies also are going to have to follow and ensure people are brought to book on it.
Interesting. Inti Omaimuna Kasa Su Edieche. Once we are at it, are we safe? Are we secure? Yeah, you okay? Utie President Mahama, Utie NDC4. Pache said there's a general state of insecurity. Bambosem, are we okay?
Chairman, a baby anywhere. Obababet na Jubilee House. No one can so create a state of insecurity. Because we are against you. It is not in the interest of any administration to create a state of insecurity. Indeed, the first job of any administration is to secure the state. Now, security no so a bar. Any other baby no anamians. One, also war security officers, a police or BNI or war enough officers out there trained on top of their job. Two, logistics omuhia ediaye jumano omusabeka. 3, the public information and public confidence omuhia say intelligence or say information say then omusabeka on their juma. Everywhere in the world, security doesn't change from these 3 major pillars. Yebekaya omemu has say until recently him say na be 2 years kra na mfa for police mo. Aban buy na yefa about 4,000 police officers to augment the numbers. So one fat nipa entry new ewo the security agencies nimu for them to be available to do the work. Of course your state will be insecure. And he say onye no na say the lack defect who say as time goes on some incidents be about now if you don't know who, like you are alluding to say former president NDC for na this our conversation now you are seeing the lack defect of Ejuma Omanye na cure by putting the officers there. Nansen terminim say mwankasa mo report bi o ha bebre ubehuna president akwakoma police for cars be 200 equipment be say ye helicopter ho adwuma for police for to augment on patrols near the soldier for dano yan any president call be makam vehicles, motorbikes, other things the be adwuma equipment aye to security agencies near there so that one yen sa you can never cure the real problem. And we had opportunity to do it for about 8 years. We let it down. Now we are doing it. And we're expecting, say, police for other security agencies in crime. The security situation will get to where we want it to be. The other things when they say, so we have crime statistics now. Now they compare population numbers now. And yes, first maybe na situation near 0 and then a shooting out of proportion. In fact, from kidnapping to all of these, Baku cry is so terrible. Baku theater crying like that. Baku cry is so terrible. But a little crimes be still resources security agencies over the period. And on my brother who say na resource home. So it's not exactly say 0 na fear cause. The only thing that is happening is as the media is getting stronger, civil society groups are getting stronger, the reportage is getting stronger, and it's good. Say or more reporting more. But or more reporting there was a buying and say making sure say there will be officers, they will be trained. Now if they also media, civil society groups and citizens say and say mom the information and give them the space to work. Now saying Temubon said to say nkwala what takradi. Baby I medium so say was say there holding parko. Say na ye air time near air support pia say nkofo for obi be information out there. you encourage say number nini, make the information available. To me friend number, to me text, make the information available. But say to the bia, ye jaya no. Now fi ye di babe kun ye hu. Say una o can say una o yes. But say ye na ye concentrate. Say ye boa security agencies now. They can get there. Into on the question of security. Despite the fact that people are politics. In fact, the first person to talk about a state of insecurity at Memekai was in January this year. That was the former president. President Mahama. Yes. If you want to feel all of these, if you add that to, again, this same Nkrumah, some persons are on a record to have had about creating a state of insecurity near there. A deliberate ploy to heighten up a state of insecurity now will be at a campaign and now because they be on the economic side, you know, we have indicators near there baby do now. People think they are losing the economic debate and therefore want to shift on to something else. It be more no. But yen as an administration, they focus and they say get the officers in, resource them, encourage all stakeholders, say more information and support so that they can succeed at the work.
Interesting, so they can succeed at the work. Then I'm on my IBT Aboma Basso.
Oh,
yes, same more dams, no, who dam be one district, one factory, raps and Nakikeka. So, talking about work,
yes,
information minister, then why?
Yes, Obi Tanwa Usiawa Sakra no Achianipa. I mean, I think say Uhel Mampenia Danko Kufado ni manifesto near Jumo Ka say obey. Now the tutudia all year one quite clear say he's on track. And all the reports that come out are they all accede to the fact say he's on track. You buy first 2 years near your money sika semne per se you did 2 years. And I think the evidence is there. Means going into details not a single macroeconomic indicator goes south. Nini Nara have improved significantly. But they say now, many achieve more party. They say, hey, inflation crash and started cost review. And then we're drawing their attention to the facts. And inflation cost room 9.5. Who can uja 15? You see a target here 8 plus or minus 2. That is between 6 and 10. At a 9.5. 9.5 no crowd go into details food inflation above from to 7.3 planting for food and jobs a year juma food inflation above down to 7.3 the higher imported commodities non-food items and on them say what be 10 point something a drag inflation no back up briefly but 9.5 no crowd is way better than your 15 and one another vice president he catch him say our worst is better than your best now we are see boot for boot and the oban on the restoration of economic stability ubano growth ubasa side I'm say is quite tidy ubano your major flagship programs are young can be brave is a free SHS one district one factory just about a month ago rural and my team by a full press briefing over 1 hour our Ministry of Information 181 different projects Emubeye 79 and then you bet me do kwa 79 projects na nuni baku enuni baku womia minu Nkrumah first no say why no say ayi nwura mankrante ani ade wo ho minim the latest update minim the latest update onya kwanya no kasa or the beba wo but we can point to that project out there and the people who are even recruited working on the farms etc to feed it many of your other flagship programs whether it is the special development initiatives and I say IPEP and yes you be making the city equivalent of $1 million per constituency allocation
and only say atunsu
1 acre
Monfanya you $1 million per constituency baby
1 acre because first of all you see that chair assembly said near say you bet $1 million ama constituency and kasa you can say you create a program called infrastructure for poverty eradication program sa program no you be allocated the city equivalent of $1 million for every constituency now you spend it in various projects now same time you can say you imported and I say we have ordered 275 brand new ambulances, one for each constituency. It is part of that money. One district, one factory, as I'm making, part of the funding support is part of that money. So say we call every constituency, water and sanitation projects are it be modern water systems, it be toilet facilities, is part of that money. There are several of the projects that are going on there that are drawn from that money. Zongo Development Fund is drawn from that money. And so bit to us a media the me and say me kwa kujina constituency na me bisa me say mo say aka $1 million there be any o man fam remo no na je say nipa kro either say there can nyina ti no nte ase ana so te ase pa dia na ni wa sheda na political mischief. The Special Development Initiative Ministry has also updated on Ejuma omo in that space. And then creation of regions has been done. The president just went to Savannah and Northeast. Near me was Odemaum vehicles near there. Also for the construction of new regional coordinating councils. Omakwako inspected baby ombeni nani there. So I think boot for boot, if I may borrow the expression of the former president, Chief Ewaha. boot for boot, if you match our promises to what is going on the ground, we are on track. Nyamini ebon empire sa Brazil by the time you do December 2020 and I say Q4 2020 no, the account will give to the people of Ghana no obi able to me appoint say ampa. Bosha Moshe largely might deliver a good chunk of it, and we are confident to give you a second term to continue with the good work.
Kojo menyan tiese ebi frefre wo baby inti immediate coming yan crank am no betra me about 12 but Ibejan Hansa.
Chairman Medawase, so him say neya wada there. Was better akunyo be 10.
There's some free baby cabinet, kitchen cabinet to say room cabinet to say.
Eti ye be na adware na Madawase so say wa ma America ka.
Oh me mada suppose when ya da gia wa betwe wa kaka na. Medaja. Ever hear any biom?
Medawase chairman.
Kojo Oppong Nkrumah, Information Minister, MP of Fuasi, Ayirebi, and Yemlena Chinko Kakra, and pay check where your time is 27 minutes to the top of the hour. 27 minutes from now, it will be 10 o'clock on East FM 4.3. Now,